Hey, what's up everyone? So it's been 24 hours since the craziness of the new cash shops have started. So I'll give a quick recap. They actually introduced new cash shop items here, specifically this flashy racing kit. This racing kit has a chance for an Archeum sample, a rumbling Archeum tree sample. It drops Archeum crystals when cut down, or it has a great chance of becoming a thunderstruck tree. We can click on the new tab up here to see all the other items that they introduced into the cash shop. So you can see they also introduced the 80 slot storage chest, so now you can actually just purchase that. They have some new costumes in here, some racing gear. They're kind of prepping for the car. They have the Serpentis cube, which you need to actually get into the 10-man dungeon. And they also introduced some new loyalty token items. So specifically, these guys are here very cheap. They're 3 loyalty tokens. This one increases evasion for 3%, block rate by 3%, damage reduction by 3%, magic defense, physical defense. We have critical hit rate by plus 5%, which is a huge one, probably the best one here. And then there's also an attack plus 5%, which is a pretty big one as well. So you're probably going to want to buy the attack ones or the critical hit ones, and these are bind on pickup, so you can't actually trade them or sell them. So unfortunately, that does not work. And then the Mirage Donkey is the other big thing. At 300 tokens here, we are not sure if this is a better donkey than Carrot Dash or if it's the same as Carrot Dash. So if someone has purchased this donkey, please let us know down in the comments. I know 300 tokens is quite a bit. So the new cash shop boxes, what happened was, in those boxes, the rumbling Archeum tree has a great chance at becoming a thunderstruck tree. So the markets crashed crazily. You can see thunderstruck logs are now down to around 90, 95, and they were at 300 and something yesterday. And within hours, they crashed down to, you know, this current price, and it looks like they're going to stay steady around here 90. And you can see there are tons of them on the auction house now, and we have all the thunderstruck trees, and this is where another price drop dramatically is. Now they're down to around 400, 330 for a thunderstruck tree, which means the fishing boats, the farm carts and farm wagons are going to be way more accessible to more players. So from the fishing boat perspective, it's going to cause an increase in the Guildastar prices. So go design here, and you should see that since the price of the thunderstruck trees have actually dropped, that oh wow, what is this? A design for high performance, even new drivers. Acquired on Mirage Island for 800 Guildastars. So I'm not even sure what that is. I guess it's a car, maybe. So you should see that the fishing boats should actually be increasing in price, since more people can actually buy them now easier, and they have the thunderstruck logs ready to go. So the Guildastar prices probably will be rising. It looks like they're roughly around the same. You can see there's not many items on the auction house for high-end Guildastar use. So another indirectly item that was just destroyed yesterday in value, which helps crafters, actually it dramatically helps crafters, is the Archeum crystals took a huge hit. So you can see here we have Sunlight Archeum Crystal. They're already down to 635 or so approximately 650. And there's a whole bunch on here on the auction house now. So again, a great news for crafters right there. Archeum is now plentiful. That right there, the crystal price now indirectly or directly drop down the shard and the dust price as well, because you can break these guys down into 4 shards, and then you can break those shards down into 4 dusts. So these prices are all tied closely together. One thing that someone mentioned and that I didn't even think of is that the mysterious garden powder actually is going to see a huge increase in value because now more people can make the Delphinad weapons and they're needing those materials. So these guys are rare items out of the coin purses, and you can see they jumped up probably around 4 or 5 times in value because of the supply of Archeum making it cheaper. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about, why, here. So we go into the bow or any weapon. You'll notice that the Ephraim, it doesn't take anything crazy. Takes 5 of those, but nothing else out of the ordinary. Then you go up into the Delphinad, and then you look at the Nuri Forest Lumber Pack, and it requires 5 Mysterious Garden Packs, 10 of the Fine Lumbers, 1 of the Vicious Glossy Oils. So it takes 2 of these, so every time you try to make a Delphinad weapon, it takes 10 Mysterious Garden Powders out of the game, which is huge. So you can see it takes 2, and all of the Delphinad weapons actually require this. You can also just search here, garden. And it'll bring up all the uses for the Mysterious Garden Powder. So you can break it down into Lunarite if you want. It's used for the Sunridge Ignite. It has all these uses over here. All these like reddish ones are the Delphinad stuff. And it's also used for the tanks. Or the cars, I should say. Actually, I'm not sure what that is exactly. So it's tied to the solid shaft as well, which is used in the boats, if I recall correctly. I guess it's just the car, the racing car. So you can see with Thunderstruck being more common, the 2 components here were Thunderstruck and the Sunridge Ignite. And now the Ignites are way more expensive because of the Mysterious Garden Powders. And the Garden Powders will probably actually increase more because it is used for quite a bit of things, as you can see here. You should also probably see Glowing Prism increasing in price. As you can see, it is used for the glider here. Even though they changed it and made it really, really bad, it still has a special skill and it's still a unique glider that some people may still want. So the Glowing Prism prices probably will increase as well. You can see you need 100 Glowing Prism to make any of the new gliders that were just released. So then it's also used for the Rising Stone, in case anyone is making this wrapped polished whetstone. Again, it's used for more Delphinad items. These are all the armor pieces. So you are using 5 Mysterious Garden Powder there. So anytime you make a Delphinad item, you are using 10 because you actually need 2 of these guys. So as more people start crafting thanks to the lower Archeum prices, the Mysterious Garden Powders will shoot up again. Probably closer to like 25 or so per. So there are all the uses, and that's an item that might be worthwhile to actually hold on to for a short while. Because once these boxes go away, the prices will tank again, and it'll be harder to craft. But for right now, the boxes will probably be around for around a month, and then you should be seeing a nice increase in this Mysterious Garden Powder. And if you were lucky enough to have a whole bunch beforehand, you nearly probably quadrupled your money going into today. If there's any other items that have suddenly increased in value, please let me know. This is basically the items that I've noticed. We'll take a look at the Glowing Prism real quick here. The glowing prism has roughly stayed around the same. You again may see an increase in this in the coming days with thunderstroke trees becoming more common. Although they did nerf the gliders pretty hard, so it's not as important to buy these and have the absolute best glider anymore, because there is no best glider anymore. Anyway, that's another video for another time, and thanks for watching, guys.